Hello and welcome back to Kentucky Farms Mapping. On this episode, we will be purchasing cattle, doing some lime, fertilizer, maybe a little bit of plowing. We'll see how things go. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, first thing we're going to do is buy some cattle. So this is the Western Iowa beef shed, which I have permission to put on the map. One thing that's happening that I cannot figure out. It doesn't matter. I've gone into Giants Editor and I have closed the gate in the editor. I have made sure that it's closed in the XML file, and I'm overlooking something because every single time we come back into a new game, it's open. So if I go up here, not get stuck going up there. If I go up here, it won't let me open the gates. The reason is because with this mod, you actually have to trigger the entry gate, which is back there, plus you have to trigger the chute gate, which is here. So if I just come in here and close and open this gate, that'll trigger it. And then when I go up here, works just fine. So like I said, I don't know what's doing it, but it does. So we're going to purchase some heifers to put in here for our feed cattle. And we're going to do Angus. I thought about doing the limousine, but I'd rather do the Angus. So we're just going to select that. And let's get, oh, I don't know. Let's try, we'll do 120 for now. Good enough. Okay. Jump back down here. Close that. Jump over everything. We can close this again. And go out and close the other gate. So we have our cattle in here. We'll run over and I also got a silage semi, or a silage trailer for the semi. I had a little bit of trouble for some reason when I loaded the bunkers before with the wagons. It didn't take, and I ended up having to redo it, and I did it with a semi because it holds a lot more. I just thought we'd keep it around. We may use it some, and we may not. I may end up selling it. Okay, so we have cattle there. And if we hop over here, we already have some bulls in this shed over here. And if we run up to the pasture, the way pastures normally work in real life is you have more than one pasture for your cattle. So you can kind of switch back and forth. Sometimes you'll have, when I farmed a few years ago, we raised Herefords, and we had a couple hundred head of Herefords, and we actually had 3 pastures that they moved back and forth between. So just depending on the type of weather and where we wanted them, we normally kept them in the pasture, in the timber pasture, for more cover in the winter, and then more of the open pasture in the spring. And there's kind of one that was a little bit mixed we used for summer grazing, that type of thing. It just depended on the weather and how things worked, all of that. Okay, so somewhere right here, I have the markers turned off. Somewhere here, I can go turn the marker on. I know it's right here someplace. Come on. I may have to go turn the marker on. Can't find it. Well, shoot. Okay. Let's run back to the settings and turn on the interactive zone marker. And I wasn't even close. It's over here. There we go. So we need cows. And sure. Let's do make it a little realistic. We put 120 heifers. That's one thing I wish they had. They have bulls. I wish they had steers that we could put in the feedlot. Since they don't, I don't want to put bulls in the feedlot. So I guess I don't know how the calf male would work. Anyway, we're going to do it this way. We'll select this. We'll just do 180. There we go. All right, I want to turn those markers back off. I'd rather have them off. Okay, we have our cattle. Make sure that they show up here. And there they are. Wandering the entire pasture, which is good. This entire thing has a navigation mesh on it. So, and then there's a gate on the other end that we can move them, and we can use lazy ease cane in order to move these. So, go ahead and get out of here, and then we will grab the lime spreader and work on putting some lime in. Oh, I forgot. This gate works different than a lot of the other gates. This gate is part of the Giants Editor placeables that you can put in here. So instead of, I can stand here and click all day and nothing's going to happen. With this gate, which I wish a lot of the others did, the trigger follows the gate. The trigger is always on the end of the gate, which makes it a lot more realistic to open and close it. So when you open it, you have to be on the end here, not standing clear on the end. I mean, I don't have to stand on the end, but you have to be close to that end of it. And then if I click here, it goes back the other way. Okay, so that gate works a little bit different. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab the fertilizer spreader, head out to the field, and do some lime spreading. Grab the lime spreader and spread some lime. Okay, with full load of lime, we're back here in the sorghum field, and we're going to go ahead and get this lime. I think what we're going to do to fill this up is grab the auger trailer and semi, and we'll just have it delivered from the co-op there in town. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue with this and see how long it takes us to get this done. This is the, what field number is this? This is like field 5 or something like that. Anyway, this is one of those fields where course play doesn't work very well. So we're going to be doing most of this by hand. Well, we're headed back through the woods here with a semi full of lime. This is just the base game auger trailer, but you have to have the auger wagon lime mod installed in order to get this to work. So what we'll do here is just pull up, and it may be easier to get the wagon pulled up here. There we go. I think what we'll do is just go ahead and sit this and then pull the wagon around. Be easier than trying to back the semi up to the wagon. Just pull underneath here. Go. And pull her up. Looks like we pretty much, well, that's convenient. Each one of those sections is one spreader. So it looks like we have 6 loads here. One of the things that I need to do on the map, and I didn't realize it, I thought the cell station that I put down sold lime, but it doesn't. So what I'm going to have to do is rearrange some things back in the business district and get a lime buying point down there. And what I did was I stuck a silo up there, but it doesn't hold enough to really make it worthwhile. So I'll find something somewhere. I've got permission from a few modders to use the stuff that's on their maps. So instead of making something on my own this time, the one that kind of sticks out that I think I may grab is the one from Green Valley, I believe is what it's on. And DJ Modding gave me permission to use his building, so I think that would be a good fit back there. So we'll probably do that sometime here soon. It's not really necessary to do it right away. We'll go ahead and finish some of the other stuff that we had going on and also buy some animals. Just continue with this, and then a little bit later on I'll go ahead and stick that building under. So we'll just go ahead and continue adding lime. Looks like precision farming's working and everything's doing great. So we'll just keep on with this. Well, it's the next morning. It rained the entire day yesterday. We didn't get a whole lot done in the field, so we're still waiting for the mud to dry a little bit. We need to feed the animals, so we're going to feed the heifers here in the barn and also put some hay out for the cows out in the pasture and feed the bulls too. So we're going to start trying to figure out what the feed formula is. Since we went from round bales to square bales, it's going to be a little bit different, maybe. Not real sure, but we'll take a look at it. First thing we need to do is spawn some of this hay out of here. So we will, let's see, how much do we want? We have 133 bales in there. We don't need all of those. Okay, so we want to, we'll do like 6 of them. I'm sure that we'll use 6 for now. So we're going to spawn those and go ahead and jump back in here. Like I mentioned before, with this building right here, those spawn in pretty much the perfect place. So we will grab these and stick them in here and see how much one of these bales fills that wagon. So let's check this out here. Hopefully it's pretty close. I don't know that the volume of this is as much as the volume of the square bale, but we'll see. Come on, get off. What happened? Roughly. There we go. Okay, we have, hopefully, okay, we got about 25%. So let's take a look at, oops, wrong thing. There we go, our feed ratio here. So we're gonna put in some hay and silage, and we'll also use mineral feed, and we will see what this does. One does 25%, so if we do half of it in hay, we'll put 2 bales of this in, then we'll mix in some silage, we'll mix in some mineral feed. That's the only 3 things that we have to have. We can use alfalfa and milo and clover also, but for now we're just going to do hay and silage and see what that does. Hay and silage and mineral feed. So we've got the hay in here. We'll take off. And we've got 48%, which if we did 48% of this as hay and 48% as silage, then we would have a little bit left for the mineral feed. So we'll try and get relatively close to that. See what happens here. Run down and grab the end loader. It has a bigger bucket on it. A little bit later on, we might check and see, if we actually do leave just some alfalfa as alfalfa and not make hay. We'll go ahead and fill the bucket up and maybe try some clover and see how that mixes in here too. So we could get like an alfalfa and a corn mixture. The other thing too is I may adjust that feed a little bit, is where they may take CCM and that type of thing. Maybe we'll do some CCM, and we can always add to it as we go. All right, so that gave us 21%. So let's try 2 of these. That'd be great if we did 2 bales in 2 buckets. That'd be nice. We'll make it nice and easy. So we have these 25. We only have like 75%. So maybe we'll do 3 bits. So we'd have 2 bales 3 buckets, looks like, and add some mineral feed to it. And that should be the ratio for feeding our cows. We'll see where this takes us. Let's see. Oh, I missed it. I didn't see how much was in there. Okay, let's jump in the tractor real quick. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Jump in the tractor real quick. And we have 88%. We still need more in here. I'm going to try another bucket. Hopefully not put too much in. Because our mineral feed is required. So got 2. So far we have 2 bales and 3 buckets. This will be our 4th bucket that we put in. And hopefully we don't go over 100%. 7, 8, whoops. All right. Can't use a whole bucket. So we need about, it appears, 3.5 buckets, 2 bales, 3.5 buckets. We could actually put in 3 bales and not use as much silage if we wanted to do that too. So we got some room to make changes to it. And then we should be able to put our mineral feed in. Oops, do we have mineral feed? That's something else I meant to fix and I forgot, is this spout on this. Okay, this is empty. So we do have to buy mineral feed. There we go. Okay. And well, all right, I put too much silage in. We're going to try a little bit different next time. What we'll do, we will try putting in 3 bales and then put our silage in and see how much mineral feed we need then. We'll figure out a ratio that's easy to put in. Okay. We have forage on here right now, so I just need to dump just a little bit. There we go. And then we need to go put some more mineral feed in here in order to get the TMR mix. There we go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that, and then we will try a little bit different ratio on the next load and see how that does. Okay, I made a couple more changes to the map. What I did was I add cracked corn to the feed ratio, and I also modified this Gale mixer package to where it will convert regular corn into cracked corn. And we're going to check it out and see if it works. So I'm at the corn bin, and we will fill up with corn here. I need to get a little bit closer, it looks like. Okay, and then what we should be able to do is head back here to the commodity shed. And we should be able to dump this in the commodity shed over here. Let's see, there we go. Unfold it a little bit. Okay, Control I. And we are dumping it. Okay. What we can do is put this in the commodity shed. We can move it to the back if we want to, or we can just leave it right up here. Create a pile of this. Then we should be able to load this. And once we get it into the bucket, we'll dump it into the feed mixer. Okay, we're done here. So let's just the other way. There we go. Keep putting the wrong button. Okay. So we've got some in there. We can put more in there later. That's enough for now. Out of here and jump into the... Whoops. Okay. Get out of there. Jump into the wheel loader. And grab some of that. We don't need a whole lot of it. We'll just take... Oh... I don't know, let's see. That's good enough. So we've got about 2,000 liters of it here. About 34%. With the bucket, we'll dump it in there. So that made 10%. That's really just about perfect. So we're going to do that. We will run around here. I think we're going to put, the way we're going to do this a little bit different than we did last time. We're not going to finish up with the mineral feed. We're going to put that in here first. So we're going to put the mineral feed in. We have a lot more flexibility with the see, we're at 10, sorry. We have more flexibility with the silage, so we're going to put the silage in last. Okay, so I put a little more in there than I wanted to, but that'll work just fine. Okay, so should 5 to 8% is 5 to 10%, somewhere in there is about what we want. That's pretty close to where it is. We will put 2 bales in here. So we have cracked corn, mineral feed, 2 bales of hay, and finish it off with silage, and hopefully that'll get us our TMR mix. Okay, there's one. And the second one here. Go. I should be able to finish up with silage and have a TMR mix. Let's see what we have right now. Right now we have a little bit of silage. I had a little bit left in the bucket from last time. And that's the thing about the silage bags. If you put too much in the bucket, you can't get it out. Or I'm sorry, you can't dump it back into the silage pit like you can. So we're gonna run over here, grab the end loader again. Put silage. I'm not sure how much we'll need. We're just going to go ahead and fill it up. And dump it in there. Oh, that's just real good. Right over the bush. There we go. Okay. And we have, ooh, that worked out pretty good. We have plenty of everything. So we'll go ahead and finish filling this up with silage, and we should have our TMR mix. That's going to work out really good. I don't need a whole lot of this. Good enough, maybe. Probably don't have enough. So give me an idea here. I don't have enough. So it'll take about a half a bucket, it looks like. Because I had about 25% in there. There we go. And now I have too much, but we're good. It's all right. We'll have to fill up some more anyway. Nope, I didn't have too much. Okay, there we go. We'll run and give this to the bowls. We have our TMR mix. And we'll head out and feed those. We haven't fed them yet, so we'll make sure that we can do that. Then after we give this to the bulls, we will go ahead and feed the cattle that are out in the pasture. I don't have the grazing set up yet. I'm going to have to check that. Well, you're kidding. Well, did not even think of that happening. So we're gonna have to get a shorter tractor. We'll get a feed tractor that is, all we need is more tractors. The one we have, the small John Deere, is just not big enough. Actually, the loader tractor that we have appears to be quite a bit shorter. So we will jump in that. Let's move this out of the way. We'll jump in the loader tractor, and then we'll head back to feed. Go ahead and move this over. There we go. Jump into the 7230. Sounds just like it started in a shed. Sort of still sounds like it's in a shed. I wonder if they must have recorded the sound with the tractor in a shed. Okay, and we made it. There we go. And we are not getting a trigger. Why aren't we getting a trigger? What am I missing here? Bowls. TMR. Huh. Either the trigger is further away, there we go. That's what it was. It's too close to the feed bunk. Well, come on. going to be able to get their heads through there. Okay. We will run back and finish filling this up again. Okay, we'll come back, finish feeding, throw some hay out into the pasture, and we'll be done with cows. Well, I think that's about it for this video. It's been a long day working with cattle and spreading some lime, waiting for the rain. So on the next video, what we'll do is we will start some fertilizing. We will also do some, probably move the clock ahead a little bit. I don't know if we'll get into planting or anything yet, but we may do some things like that. Also, there may be some more changes before the next time we get back to doing this. I've got a couple other things that I want to do, not big things. One thing is we don't have any place to buy lime, really. I stuck up a silo, but it just doesn't work very well. So I probably will put up a lime buying station and do a couple other things, and then we'll get back at it. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.